Good evening, and welcome to the 2020 commencement exercises for Kate Duncan Smith, DAR High School. I am Marcia Mitchell, high school principal, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here this evening. Please remain standing through the invocation, which will be led by KDS Senior Drew Altman, the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States, which will be led by Senior Class President Landon Harbin, and the National Anthem, which will be led by KDS Choral Director James McDonald, and also for the posting of the colors. Drew and Landon, if you will come forward.
Please join me in prayer at this time. Heavenly Father, thank you for the blessing of fellowship and family as we gather here this evening, and thank you for walking beside us and leading us to this special time of graduation. I pray you help us graduates to put the knowledge, skills, and insights gained through school to use for the good of all humankind. Inspire us all to believe in the goodness of life even when faced with its difficulties. But most importantly, as we face unknown challenges moving on, help us to keep dear the greatest wisdom of all, that of knowing you as the sovereign God and of knowing the power of the cross. All of this we ask in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please post the colors. Thank you all. You may be seated. It is truly an honor to be here this evening to celebrate, finally, the KDS class of 2020. Joining us tonight to honor these graduates are several special guests. Please join me in welcoming them. Dr. Cindy S. Wigley, Superintendent, Marshall County Board of Education. Dr. Wigley, would you please bring greetings?
Good evening. It is such a pleasure to be here tonight. We are so excited to honor our 2020 graduates. Congratulations to you all. We are so very proud of you. Graduates, you are a resilient group. You were brought into this world during some of the toughest times our country has ever faced. And you are graduating during a time like no human alive has ever witnessed. You are strong and well prepared with skills and values. My advice to you is to keep focused, work hard, and always demonstrate respect for yourself and others. A phrase commonly said is that it takes a village to raise a child. No community does this better than Grant and our DAR schools. We have a supportive community, encouraging parents, dedicated educators, and a profound DAR partnership like no other. The DAR is certainly the icing on our cake. Graduates, the Marshall County Board of Education, Central Office staff, and I wish you all the very best. In closing, we thank everyone who has contributed to the preparation of our graduates and who has been a part of our village.
Thank you, Dr. Wigley. From the Marshall County Board of Education, we are pleased to have with us members of the Central Office staff. Please rise as you are recognized. Dr. Annie Spike, Deputy Superintendent. Mr. Alan Garner, Assistant Superintendent. Ms. Jana Bonds. And we are pleased to have with us members of the Marshall County Board of Education. Board President, Mr. Terry Kinnemer. Board Vice President, Colonel Brian Nawyer. Mr. Joe Van Bunch. Mr. Mark Raines. And Mr. Tony Simmons. Unable to join us tonight is Mr. Tim Isbell, Principal, DAR Middle School. Assistant Principal, DAR Middle School, Ms. Celia Smith. And also joining us tonight, Principal, DAR Elementary School, Dr. Tina Anderton. I am pleased at this time to recognize members of the Kdsdar High School faculty and staff who are with us this evening. Would you all please stand as a group and be recognized? It is now my honor to introduce Cheryl P. Harrison, Chairman, Kdsdar School Board of Trustees. Ms. Harrison, would you like to bring greetings?
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell. Good evening. On behalf of the Kdsdar School Board of Trustees, I am pleased to be here this evening to congratulate each of you on reaching this important milestone in your life. I am extremely proud of each of you, not just for the many accomplishments you have achieved, but for your strength and resilience in response to this unusual set of circumstances we find ourselves in. I wish each of you the best as you go forth and enter the next phase of your life. And I would like to personally thank everyone I cannot start to name, but every person who has helped make this possible tonight. And I thank you so much for being a DAR patriot.
Thank you, Ms. Harrison. We are pleased to have with us Tammy B. Clemens, State Regent, Alabama Society Daughters of the American Revolution. In addition to being Alabama DAR State Regent, Ms. Clemens is a 1981 KDS graduate. Ms. Clemens, will you bring greetings?
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell. Good evening. On behalf of 4,400 Alabama daughters in 71 chapters throughout the state, it is an honor and privilege for this 40th Alabama State Regent and 1981 KDS DAR School graduate to convey our sincere congratulations to the Kate Duncan Smith DAR School Class of 2020. We are thrilled you could conclude this chapter in your life with a graduation ceremony during these unprecedented times in our history on our football field. How incredible is that? To the parents of these exceptional graduates, congratulations on a job well done. Class of 2020, always remember, like me, we will be a DAR patriot for life. Give back when you can, never give up on your dreams, and finally, Alabama Daughters wish you all much success in all your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Clemens. We are also honored to have with us Rita P. Horton, Honorary Chairman for Life, Kate Duncan Smith, DAR School. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Horton. It is my honor now to introduce you to Ms. Heather W. Greene, Executive Director, Kdsdar School. Ms. Greene, will you bring greetings?
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell. Good evening. It is my honor to be here this evening to take part in this very special event. I want to congratulate each of our KDS Class of 2020 graduates for reaching this milestone. This may seem like an ending, but I assure you this is just the beginning of the rest of your lives, and you alone will determine what path you will take from here. I've always felt a special bond with this class. As you all know, my son is one of the graduates this evening. I've spent a lot of time with many of you in groups and individually and in sports and different activities, but I think today we really bonded when we all were out here, and I see some of the others have a little sunburn on their face too, so that'll be a special memory to add to your memory book. I'm sure you've received much advice in the weeks and months leading up to this day, and you will certainly receive more as you move forward. But I would like to add my own words of wisdom. I promise to keep it short and simple. To be successful in your career, in your relationships, in your life, you must do two things, and really only two things: work hard and be nice. Never underestimate the value of hard work. No one owes you anything, so your success depends on the amount of work you put in. And nothing feels better than achieving something you have worked hard for. So work hard in everything you do. And be nice. Being nice is not always easy to do, but it is almost always the right thing to do. Be kind to people. And sometimes that means not saying, doing, or posting anything. The person you show kindness today may be the person who helps you tomorrow. So if you remember nothing else, remember this: work hard and be nice. And as you move forward and pursue your dreams, don't ever take for granted where you came from. This school is truly a special place, and remember that no matter how many years go by, you are today, tomorrow, and forever a member of the KDS family. Congratulations to the class of 2020, and best wishes to you all.
Thank you, Ms. Greene. The partnership between the school and the DAR is one of mutual respect and is a legacy for our students, faculty, staff, and the community. Thank you, ladies, for being here with us today. We are also pleased to have with us this evening from the Marshall County Commission, District 2 Commissioner Rick Watson. For those of you who are watching from home as we stream live this ceremony on YouTube, thank you for joining us. Thank you to Dr. Finley and his Patriot Vision AV Club students for providing this valuable service for our school. Graduates, commencement marks a milestone in your lives. As you begin this new journey, please join me in thanking a very important group of people, your parents. They are also guests of honor at today's celebration. Would the parents of the graduates please stand, and we will give you a standing ovation. Thank you to each of you for being with us tonight for this very special occasion. Class of 2020, this morning, we celebrated your accomplishments, accolades, and scholarships you have earned as a graduating senior. Here we are this evening, nearing the close of this commencement, and we acknowledge your hard work, persistence, resilience, and the determination you have rendered throughout your life to truly be overcomers. All of you, as members of the class of 2020, are forever a part of the Kdsdar family, and you will always be in the light of history for such an unprecedented senior year. Among the many challenges this class has faced, none is so dear to the heart as the loss of a classmate. You have mourned the loss of, and you have celebrated the life of our beloved Eli Spray. This evening, you wear a purple ribbon with the number 77 to once again celebrate a young man whose life touched you very deeply. Roses have been placed in Eli's seat in his honor. As you so quickly go your separate ways, be strong in the love and the compassion you have shown to one another in some of the hardest times you have faced. You were born during the turbulent times of 9/11, and you are graduating during a national pandemic that has greatly impacted each one of you here today. You have excelled, and you have reached today's milestone because you have come from ordinary and extraordinary adverse conditions. You have made this school, your family, and this community very proud. May God continue to richly bless you as you pursue your dreams. At this time, we will hear from 3 of your classmates from the class of 2020. Our first student speaker is Erin Martin. Erin is graduating in the top 10% of her class and received the distinction of being an academic elite and an honor graduate. Erin was a member of the National Honor Society, SGA, and the varsity cheer team. She will attend the University of North Alabama and pursue a degree in English. Join me in welcoming Erin Martin.
A little over 4 years ago, I stood in front of you and gave a speech at our 8th grade awards day. Today, here I am again, bringing closure to the chapter that opened for all of us on that day. We were barely 14 and 15, excited by the prospect of high school. When fall came, we walked the hallways as freshmen, looking up to the seniors and envisioning the day that it would all come together for us like it did for them. We thought they had it all figured out. At 14 and 15, it's easy to believe that 4 years is a long time. It's easy to believe that when the clock runs down on your high school experience, everything will come together like the ending of a book. But that couldn't be further from the truth. What no one tells you about high school is that the same person who walks through the doors on the first day of freshman year will be the same one to walk out on the last day of senior year. Sure, you've changed, but in none of the ways you anticipated. For most of us, high school wasn't the reinvention we dreamed it would be. It turns out that it was never about changing yourself, but bettering yourself. We learned to be more hardworking, more passionate, and more competitive. We learned to achieve the things we wanted instead of expecting them to come to us. And we learned that we shouldn't let every blow we take knock us down, and that even if it does, we still have to get back up. For most of us, we had been together our whole lives. From sliding down the fire truck pole in the playground to singing the alma mater on the football field, I have never once doubted that our class is a family. The memories are priceless, and when I remember them, I can't help but smile. The ones we made Friday nights on a football field, and the ones we made stacking desks in Coach Holland's room. The ones we made arguing over a float, and the ones we made with pink glitter. We have grown up together. gone through middle school together, an especially traumatic experience, cheered together, laughed together, and mourned together. I think I speak for all of us when I say that senior year has been the hardest year by far. First, losing a classmate, and then losing the chance to say goodbye to high school in the way that every other senior class has. But God has a plan, and He can turn every loss into a win. Though this ending may not have satisfied our expectations, it has taught us to appreciate time, especially the good times. Some say that you'll never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. But as I get older, I can realize it as I'm still living it. It's the bittersweet feeling of knowing you'll never be able to live something twice, that you'll never be able to go back. The singularity of every moment is the beauty of life, and I can feel it right now. This year, we learned that time is not something we are owed, and that every ounce of it is precious. DAR has given me the best friends, the best teachers, and the best memories I could have possibly asked for. And I feel lucky that my experience is overflowing with memories that make saying goodbye so hard. Moving on is scary, especially when you don't have all the answers. People ask, what comes next? And a lot of times, our guess is as good as yours. But high school is not a book. We don't have to find clarity at the end of the chapter. You might not have that aha moment where you figure out the plot to your life, but you'll have a clue. High school is about getting to know yourself, about exploring who you are and finding out which parts of yourself will lead to happiness. Some seek money, fame, and success, but it's happiness that makes all the difference. Happiness isn't always following a momentary notion of joy. Sometimes happiness is pain, waiting in the wings. Sometimes happiness is slowly stirring, because all good things take time. Sometimes it is sacrificing one thing to gain another. Class of 2020, I pray that in our new endeavors and adventures that God is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our paths. At the end of the day, hindsight may be 2020, but so is our vision. And as long as we refuse to let it be clouded, we will be on our way to a big, beautiful tomorrow.
Thank you, Erin. Our next speaker is Aidan Greene. Aidan is graduating in the top 10% of his class and received the distinction of being an academic elite and an honors graduate. He was a member of the National Honor Society, Patriot Vision AV Club, and the DAR Patriots Fishing Club. Aidan will attend Auburn University and pursue a degree in software engineering. Join me in welcoming Aidan Greene.
Friends, family, teachers, administrators, guests, and everyone watching on the live stream, thank you for being here on our special day. To my friends in the class of 2020, in the words of the Grateful Dead, what a long, strange trip it's been. From our days in elementary school, digging holes on the playground and thinking we were cool if we had lots of AR ribbons, to middle school, where the DPW locker room was thick with a fog of Axe body spray, and we all wore fluorescent orange Under Armour gear every day. Or maybe that was just me. To middle school, then on to high school. We learned to drive and prepare for the apocalypse in the same class. Thanks, Mr. Keller. We learned to do 12 hours of work in the 48 minutes just before class. Thanks, Miss Weems. We learned to hunt, fish, and to play the stock market. Thanks, Coach Holland. And we learned to, what did we learn from Coach Rice? Through the years, the best times were spent together. Football games and pep rallies, riding the bus to games and matches, field trips, pranking the Yoakum building, watching people box at the pond, and winning the state fishing tournament with my buddy Hunter. But it hasn't all been fun. Our class has suffered great loss. We basically lost our senior year. The last few months have not been the ending to our school careers that we deserved, and we lost our traditional graduation and awards day ceremonies with all our families and friends and members of the DAR present. But perhaps our greatest loss was that of our classmate, our teammate, and our friend. Eli's loss was tragic and will impact each of us for the rest of our lives. So, yes, we have experienced loss far greater than anyone our age should have to experience. But we're also extremely fortunate. We're fortunate to have had fantastic teachers who taught us so much more than just schoolwork. We're fortunate to have administrators who have worked tirelessly to make sure we receive the recognition we deserve. We are so lucky to attend this school, supported by the DAR, and to live in this close-knit community. And we are lucky to have known Eli and to have had him part of our lives. The obstacles we have faced have kept us apart in many ways, but the adversity has made us so much closer and stronger as a class. We have a lot to be thankful for. I've always been told, as I'm sure many of you have, that our class was special. I assumed it was because we were really smart or mature, because we had great athletes. What never occurred to me is that we would be special because our senior year was going to be derailed by a global pandemic. The class of 2020 will forever be known as the class that lost the end of its senior year. We're the class who got a phone call in March from school saying, "Congratulations, you're done. See you around." Well, I, for one, do not want the class of 2020 to be defined by the coronavirus. We should be defined by our actions about what we achieve moving forward, because we are so much more than what this situation dictates. We should be defined by our character and how we treat other people, because isn't that all that really matters? So I would like to challenge my classmates, the KDS class of 2020. Let's erase the negativity associated with this year. Let's be remembered for going the extra mile, for giving back, for working hard, and for making a positive impact on our communities and our country. Legendary lawman Wyatt Earp is one of my heroes, and he is quoted as saying, "Destiny is that which we are drawn towards, and fate is that which we run into. Go out and seek your destiny. Don't just settle for what you run into." He also said, "Fast is fine, but accuracy is everything," which is also great advice. In closing, I'll leave you with the words of Doc Holliday. There is no normal life, there's just life. So let's make the most of it. Thank you, and best wishes to the class of 2020.
Thank you, Aidan. Our final student speaker is Georgia Turner. Georgia is graduating in the top 10% of her class and received the distinction of being an academic elite and honors graduate. Georgia was a member of the National Honor Society, the varsity tennis team, and was the 2019 KDS Student Representative to Continental Congress. Please join me in welcoming Georgia Turner.
Good evening. My name is Georgia Turner. I want to thank every family member, friend, and faculty member of this school who is here today to support the class of 2020 and recognize our achievement. I cannot believe we are finally here, at this milestone we have been looking forward to since we started school. Even though it is really late, this is so much better than a drive-through. We have been through a lot this year, but I'm so thankful that we have come together to celebrate our graduation. Some people have cool high school stories, but we get a page in the history books. Most of our class started together in kindergarten, and I think that is an important factor in how close our class has become. Even if you didn't start here in kindergarten, we have all grown together into young adults ready to enter the next chapter of our lives, with KDS always holding a special place in our hearts. That has always been my favorite aspect of our class. We are like one big family. I have so many great memories with all of you, and that is what makes graduating so bittersweet. If this year has taught me anything, it is to appreciate every moment. It will go by so much faster than you think. This is perfectly summed up by the character Andy on the finale of The Office. I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. Seize the day. Never take anything for granted. Do what makes you happy. Chase your dreams. Failures are an opportunity for growth. Life is all about the climb. All of these quotes are meant to inspire, but as we have learned over the last few months, nothing can truly prepare you for what comes next. This year has been challenging, but we came together to support each other when we needed it most. Today, I choose to remember the good memories and the times we had together instead of the times we didn't. We had our sweet days in elementary, awkward times in middle school, those scary first days of high school, finally becoming confident seniors, leading up to now, wishing we could do it all again. Let's have a picnic, our kindergarten graduation. I think some of us still remember the words to the songs, and our parents are especially sentimental about the song Firefly. All of the field days, book fairs, and field trips. Senior prank night, which went just a little haywire. I hope the teachers have forgiven us for all the potato flakes, pink glitter, and the minnows that kept turning up in random containers. I will always remember singing the alma mater and swaying together. Senior sunrise, a tradition we started, standing at the overlook, way too early in the morning while the sun rose. We had hoped to have a senior sunset on our last day, but I guess that would have to be tonight. I will remember all of the teachers and administrators who have taught, mentored, advised, and supported us. You encouraged us to learn, you challenged our beliefs, you gave us room and watched us grow. Thank you for all of that. I will always remember the games I got to have playing tennis with my teammates. I remember everything associated with homecoming, building floats together and arguing about all of the details, but being so proud of the finished result. Playing powder puff football as if we were in the NFL. Putting together outfits or costumes for dress-up days, and trying so hard in the games at the pep rallies. All of the games, cheering on the Patriots in the student section and huddle house afterwards. The worst day, when we lost our classmate, Eli Spray. We will always remember him. We know he is looking down on us tonight, and he knows we are looking up at him. I choose to remember every day of school, good and bad, even the last one. And even if I didn't know that some of those memories would be the last. I choose to cherish those memories and cherish the time I had with my class. I'm so thankful for all of it, everything this school has given me, and I'm so thankful for my classmates, the class of 2020. From here, we go our separate ways, to enter a variety of careers and blaze our own paths. But all of those roads will always lead back to what brought us together in the beginning, Kdsdar School. It's like our alma mater says, KDS is steadfast, loyal, ever true. I wish all of you the very best in life. Congratulations.
Thank you, Georgia. The singing of the alma mater is a long-standing tradition at KDS, signifying the lifetime connection formed when a student has the privilege of attending this school. KDS Choral Director James McDonald will now lead the class of 2020 in singing the alma mater. Graduates and audience, would you please stand with us?
Dear alma mater, to thee our love we bring. To our happy school day memories, we will always sing. Steadfast, loyal, ever true, to thee we will always be. Hail to thee, our alma mater, dear old KDS. KDS, we love thee ever, all through our life's career. And our thoughts are ever turning to our school so dear. Steadfast, loyal, ever true, to thee we will always be. Hail to thee, our alma mater, dear old KDS.
Thank you. You may be seated. We will now have the presentation of diplomas. Each of these young men and women has earned all necessary credits and successfully completed the requirements for receiving an Alabama high school diploma. Assisting me with the presentation of diplomas is KDS Executive Director Heather Greene, Assistant Principal Larry Bolin, and Guidance Counselor Angie Stanfield.
Justin Hunter Allen. Andrew Dylan Altman. Chloe Beth Bearden. Hannah Marie Benton. Chase Anthony Bashirs. Amber Ann Bevier. Nicole Marie Binkley. Jaden Terrell Bohannon. Brianna Lee Bolt. Howie Allen Boxley. Hannah Grace Bradley. Nathaniel Wayne Brown. Savannah Christina Brown. Anna Riley Card. Ivy Jade Carmack. Michael Isaac Cave. Matthew Davis Cologne. Charles David Dabbs. Carson Smith Dennis. Cadence Annalie Dooley. Ashton Chase Driver. Tony Alvin Dunn. Zoe Lynn Epperson. Seth Aidan Esslinger. Lauren Naomi Evett. Aaliyah Nicole Fillmore. Caitlin Madeline Foltz. Miranda Taylor Goen. Brisna Kelly Gonzalez. Morgan Page Gore. Warren Blaine Grayson. Aidan Watson Greene. Colton Dale Harbin. Landon Thomas Harbin. Edgar Adrian Halmatus. Caitlin Leela Ann Hedrick. Ethan Brock Hodges. Tyler Jerome Huey. Elizabeth Brooke Eichard. Lillian Marianne Jackson. Lydia Sarah Beth Jackson. Bailey Jackson. Bailey Nicole Johnson. James William Keller III. Dylan Matthew King. Brittany Diane Kirby. Kaylee Desiree Lee. Jalen Chase Limley. Rebecca K. Odell Lennon. Aaliyah Jaslyn Leonard. TJ Dwayne Leonard Jr. Mackenzie Jade Littrell. Spencer Blake Loback. Anna Faith Medeiros. Elijah Cole Manley. Erin Brianna Martin. Cade Austin McConnell. Elizabeth Shauna Rose Mitchell. Jessica Grace Moore. Madison Grace Moore. Timothy Ray Mungle. Ronnie Lee Myers, Jr. Taylor Ryan Pendergrass. Hannah Kiara Phillips. Mackenzie Lynn Pitt. Olivia Mackenzie Poole. Alexis Michelle Rainwater. Matthew Thomas Reeves. Elena Jo Rice. Emily Nicole Rice. Tyler Draper Ryan. Bailey Elizabeth Saint. Hunter Isaiah Santosuoso. Kyle Winston Saylor. Michaela Noel Scott. Sloan Dennis Seegers. Haley Nicole Shaddix. Ivana Lisette Sissons. Alexis K. Smith. Logan Scott Stapler. Naya Elizabeth Stegeman. John Michael Stevens. Justin Luke Stubblefield. Bailey Joe Sutphin. Benjamin Shane Sutton. Joshua Keith Thrasher. John Coleman Towery. Georgia Elizabeth Turner. Kaylee Rayanne Walker. Hunter Elizabeth Wildman. Jacob Kane Wilson. Desiree Sierra Womack. Richard Logan Word. We also have several graduates who could not be with us tonight. We would like to recognize them at this time. Kotaro Azuma, Trevor Eugene Cornelius, Michael David Dossett II, who is in basic training right now on Parris Island for the U.S. Marine Corps. Ricardo Monca, Jaden Scott Marchand, Michaela Lynn Neesmith, Abby Cameron Ritchie, Gregory Scholl, Will Underwood Stewart, who is in basic training right now for the United States Army, and Harley Alexia Tandy. Harley is at Fort Leonard Wood, Kansas right now in AIT training for the Army National Guard.
Graduates, will you stand? By the authority vested in me by the Alabama Department of Education and the Marshall County Board of Education, I am pleased to confer upon each of you an Alabama high school diploma with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining hereunto. It is a long-standing tradition that after receiving a diploma, the cap tassel is shifted from the right side to the left side of the cap. This signifies to all the completion of high school. Graduates, please move your tassel. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, I present to you the 2020 graduating class of Kate Duncan Smith DAR School. Thank you all for being with us this evening to honor our graduates. Please continue standing for the benediction. Following the benediction, I would like to ask everyone to please remain in your seats until the graduates have exited the field. To comply with social distancing guidelines, there will be no gathering on the premises after the conclusion of the program. Please exit the stadium and proceed to your vehicles as quickly and as safely as possible. Thank you. The benediction will be led by KDS Senior Ben Sutton.